Okay, so as my wife said, we are high school sweethearts. We started off early, teenage pregnancy and on welfare, and from that we were able to dig ourselves out into a six-figure income, doing what we thought was great, and we were doing horribly marriage-wise, and everything eventually crumbled. We lost our house, we lost our cars, and almost lost each other. We almost decided to divorce, but we decided to work on it and got counseling, and that saved us. And I can't say that I was ever against counseling, but I didn't really feel like there was anything a third person was going to tell me about myself that I didn't know. And I've known this woman for 26 years, so I really felt like a therapist wasn't going to be able to tell me anything about her that I didn't know. So I wasn't really like feeling it, but it's what I knew it's what we needed. It's what she wanted to do. And I wanted to be better.
Oh, did I just say no?
Yeah, you
totally disagreed with you. Well, I think that what I thought when I first got married, I thought people who saw therapists and counselors were in a very bad marriage and that they were having problems. And I felt bad for those people. I'm like, oh, they can't get it together. They need a third person to help them. That's too bad for themselves. But we can handle this on our own. We started even to get him to go to a marriage retreat. I think we were married 10 years when I got him to go to a marriage retreat. And he was like, why do we need to go to a marriage? Our church does marriage conferences. And I'm like, because it's what married couples do. It's what you're supposed to do. A new client told me today she needs to keep coming back because what I was saying was uncomfortable. Yeah, yes. That's a brave client. That's a brave person.
And smart.
And very smart. But I think that's why we're here to tell you. If I knew now...
If I knew then
what I know now, I would have started right out of the bat with getting counseling and therapy. We waited too long. And I waited till the moment that...
Well, we're going to get there. So,
okay. Because I wanted to tell a story about us first.
And we'll tell that along the way. But the title was, Does Marriage Counseling Work? That was the title, correct? And the answer is yes, absolutely, 100% marriage counseling works.
Thank you.
Now, so we're going to give you 3 reasons. Oops. We're going to give you 3 reasons why marriage counseling works. Yes, it worked for us. Exactly. Yeah. Number 1 is, I just read this. Statistically, 93% of couples says it has helped them. It gave them more effective tools on how to deal with each other and how to deal with problems. 93%. Of couples.
And that's the key. It gives you tools. It shows you. It's almost like, how do I explain it? Keep going. I'm thinking of what I'm thinking in my head.
Okay. So anyway, well, I'm going to move on to number 2.
Oh, I know, but I have it in my head and I can't think of what I'm trying to say.
You think you waited too long, and you know what? But maybe it's just the right time.
Yes. And I think Hillary will be able to translate my brain for me. This is how I relate with it. Okay. This is how therapy helped me. I thought I knew how to communicate because I was the big talker. I'm the rapper, DJ rapper. I didn't have a problem with telling Lyndon, I like this, I don't like this, I would like you to do this, this is how I'm feeling, you're making me feel this way right now, I don't like it. So I'm like, I'm the great communicator. He's the problem. If he would just learn how to talk to me. What I learned through therapy was when our pastor was our therapist. What he noticed with me is that I do all the talking, and then once Lyndon tells me how he feels, I shut him down, and I'm saying, oh, that's really nice you feel that way, but that's not how it is. And so I never learned how to listen. So my pastor, what he did is he taught me, Vanessa, it doesn't matter if you agree with him or not. It's how he feels. It's what he's feeling right now. You are hurting him when you do this. Whether you think so or not, it doesn't matter. If you love him, you will work on that and you will change that. So that's a big thing I learned in therapy, that I sucked at communicating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. You did. You're so good now.
Yeah. Well, what did you suck at? You have to tell them what you
sucked at. I sucked at communicating, but on the opposite end of it, I didn't say anything and you said too much.
Okay.
Yeah. DJ, rapper.
Okay.
Hi. Number 2 is kind of not a reason why it's good, but our number 2 is the sooner the better. So just like your car and having to get an oil change every 3 months, right? You do not wait until your engine explodes and then have it towed into the mechanic and say, oh, do me a favor and give me an oil change. It's too late. The car's done. So the same thing goes with your marriage. At the first sign of disagreements or that feeling in your heart, like, you know what, something's wrong, start to look and seek some type of therapy. It's too soon isn't too soon, because we believe in premarital counseling, after-marital counseling. It's just a good thing. It's not for sick people or dumb people or weak people.
Smart people.
It's really for smart people that know that they need help.
And it's for people who a couple that really loves each other and really cares about your relationship and your marriage, and you want it to get better and you want it to be better. We may not see our pastor weekly anymore, but he just had to have a little moment with him yesterday. Can I share with him what I did? I think this is good. This still has to do with therapy. It still has to do with subject. Can I share with him?
I don't know what you're talking about.
About what I did with Pastor Gary yesterday.
Oh, I didn't like that.
Okay.
But go ahead.
You didn't like it?
I wasn't happy about it.
Oh, so you don't want to talk about it?
No, you can.
Do you want to tell him what you'd rather have had me do?
I tell him after you do that, yeah.
Okay. So, oh shoot, Hillary, maybe you'll have to counsel us right now. Cancel. Don't cancel us. So Lyndon was having a rough morning yesterday, and I know when he has a very difficult time in reaching out. I don't have a difficult time. I have my very, very best friend that I will vent to and talk to, and she helps me through it. And he was having a difficult day yesterday. Oh my gosh, what the heck?
Don't worry. Part of my face. Go ahead.
So I was, after I had left, and we weren't arguing though. It's just life. Actually, I thought we got through that really well.
Yeah,
right?
I think we handled that well.
Yeah. And so I went to my church, and I'm doing these gifts. I periscoped yesterday. We're doing these gifts we adopted these families in our community, and my pastor was there, and I said, I think that, I don't usually do this, but I just felt it in my heart to do this. And I said, could you reach out to Lyndon today? Because he's having a hard day. And it was so cool, because tell me, this is not a really good pastor and a good friend and just a wonderful person in our life. As soon as I said that, he puts it on his phone. He schedules it on his calendar. He's like, done. He didn't ask me what's wrong. He didn't ask me what's going on. He's just like, done. And then
okay, well, that wasn't bad.
Okay, yeah.
No, that wasn't bad.
Oh. Well,
I was thinking you gave him more detail.
No, I didn't. I told you that.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's not bad.
Well, I'm right and you're wrong. That is wrong. I hate when people say we aren't that bad for counseling. Why would you wait until you are? Ooh, Ariel. Exactly. Yes. Okay, so I just wanted to share with that. It was one of those things I did because I felt that.
I think Hillary said, don't make your first therapy appointment at the same time as you make your medication appointment. Is that what you said?
Ooh.
That's good stuff.
Ooh, that is good stuff.
Okay,
go ahead.
And so number one was, mediation, like for your divorce. Yeah, that's good.
No. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Am I right?
I thought she's talking to me because we needed a mediator. Maybe we need to just Skype her. Go ahead.
I think she's saying like the divorce. Like, don't make your counseling appointment at the same time you make your divorce appointment. Divorce. And
then you still couldn't say appointment. Okay. This is very private to my husband, so we meet with a coach and learn communication. Exactly. Good. That's really good.
So number one is because statistically 93% of couples say they learn better. I'll shut up now. Yes, Lyndon. Yes, I was right. Number two is just the sooner the better. Don't wait until your engine blows up to get an oil change. Don't wait until you need mediation to try to save your marriage. The sooner the better. And number three is learning the things that are truly important to your spouse. So, that being said, let's just say what's really important to me is turning all the lights off in the house when you're not using them. But what's really important to her is getting my laundry done. So I come home and my laundry is perfect, but all the lights are on in the house. I'm not going to be happy because I don't really care about the laundry. I care about all the lights being on in the house, but for her, she loves having her laundry done. Okay, so we had to really learn, like, don't focus on what's important to me for you. Focus on what's important to your spouse for your spouse. Does that make sense? Well, I know it makes sense to you.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah. So really learning, basically learning your spouse's love language, how to communicate better, how to fill their cup, how to do the things that are important to them, not so much the things that are important to you. Oh, she's crying.
No,
see that?
I had to sneeze.
No, I was crying. Oh, totally making sense. Thank you, Ariel.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. So, yeah, with us, I wanted to, now can I tell them? Are we done with our 3?
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys have any questions, please feel free. It's very open, and as you can see, and thank you so much for the hearts. But I wanted to just share with you guys a little bit of our story, and how do I say this? We definitely waited too long. We had red flags all over the place.
Yes.
I had red flags. Lyndon had red flags. There are things that were going on in our marriage that I kept thinking it would get better. I kept thinking that because when things got really bad was when, you know, we lost everything. Lyndon lost his job. Things were already not so great, but they got really bad, of course. Money, when you know, you have financial stress to add to a marriage, it just makes things so much worse.
Lack of money.
Lack of sex. And we had
lack of communication.
And we had all 3.
Those are the 3.
And so I knew that we needed help, but I just didn't want to admit it because I kept thinking, tell me if this sounds familiar. I don't know if Kiki is still there. She was talking about being skinny, but I kept thinking, well, when we have money, everything's going to be better. When Lyndon has a job where he's not working, you know, 30 hours a day, everything's going to be better. Just like those people who say, when I'm skinny, then I'm going to have more sex with my husband. When I look better, then my life is going to get better. And that was my mentality. I was always thinking, well, when this happens, then our marriage will be better. When this happens, I won't be as stressful and I will want to have sex with my husband. That's just but I couldn't have been more wrong. I couldn't have been more wrong, right? Is that right?
Exactly.
Okay. So one of the things that happened, I'm telling you guys kind of what drove us into counseling, and I don't want this to happen to you guys. I want, if there's any red flags at all, I want you to go right away and seek counseling. It doesn't mean that you're about to get a divorce. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with your marriage. It means you care, and it means you want to be better. Look at, I want to grow my business to the best that it can be. What am I doing for that? I invest in seminars. I invest in academies. I want to be at the best physically shape I can be, so I invest my time in working out and taking care of my body. So why not invest in your marriage by getting counseling? That should be more important to you than anything. So we waited till the point that I was at a broken place, and Lyndon was so broken, and we had no choice. We were honestly 2 people that were completely, I mean, our pastor saw us at our absolute worst, and we shouldn't have waited that long. So don't wait. Don't think, well, when this happens, then we'll be happier. Oh, it's only because of this. This is why we're at each other. It's only because of this. Well, learn to work through the storm. Learn to communicate. Me and Lyndon are going through some stuff right now, like everyone is. We're no different than anyone else, but it's so awesome because our marriage couldn't be stronger. We couldn't love each other more. We couldn't be having more sex. I know he's going to disagree. But we're happy because we find joy in the storm. Have you guys tried Marriage on the Rocks? It was truly helpful and opens up lines of communication. Ooh,
we've heard of that book.
We've heard of that.
We are going to.
I do have to tell you, we did. Look at Kiki. We're like stuck on like the 3 books that have helped us. So we've kind of like stuck on them. But we are going to venture out. Excuse me. I can't believe I just burped. I'm so sorry. That's so disgustingly rude.
And I have a question.
He's like, we could have more. Exactly. Always.
Always.
This fool, I thought that one day he would be like Al Bundy. I don't know if anyone knows who that is. And he wouldn't want it anymore and I would be at my peak. But
so I have a question.